Welcome back to my garage barbecue. Today I'm doing up some chili. Not any ordinary chili, I'm doing up some Texas style chili. I'm gonna use some tri-tip, I'm gonna use some ground chuck, and I also use some Portuguese chourico up in this. We're gonna try to bring a little bit of heat from Texas up here to cold New England. You ready to do this? Let's go! All right, let's get going. We got our 6-quart enamel Dutch oven going here. Just gonna add some oil in the bottom there. A couple tablespoons. We got our tri-tip, about a 3-pounder that I cubed up. I'm gonna get that in now. Let's give that a little stir. We got some ground beef here we're going to be getting in. Go a little at a time. We're going to go about 2.5 pounds, 80-20 ground chuck. And now what we got here is 1 pound of Portuguese chourico ground up. It's a spicy sausage. If you don't have this, you can use chorizo, something spicy, or just eliminate it altogether. But this right here is gonna add some great flavor into this chili. All right, what we're gonna do here now, we're just gonna get this browning up a little bit. We'll bring it back in a minute or so once we're browned up, and we'll go from there. We'll be back. All right, we're back. We're pretty well browned up now, as you can see. Next step here, we're gonna be adding some beef broth into here. Probably about 3 or 4 cups. Just wanna get this covered here a little bit. It's probably about 3 cups right there. I'm gonna throw a can of diced tomatoes, the 14-ounce can. Throw them in a bowl and I smashed them up to break them down. That's going in there. And we got some of this taco seasoning there from Lito's Cocina. He's friends with Papa Texas. He sent this up to me to try out. I've already tried this on something else. This stuff here is amazing. If you don't have this stuff, you can use like a McCormick's, like one of those chili packs, just throw it in there because that's just gonna be a base to it. We're gonna add a bunch of other stuff, but this stuff right here is amazing. The spices that come out of this is crazy. You gotta try this right here. You can order this online. I'll leave a link down below. I'm gonna go a couple tablespoons of this in there. So you can see the colors in this. I'll go 2 tablespoons of that. You can smell the spices coming out of that stuff already. It has a nice little kick to it too. That's the original. They have a heart. But that stuff is amazing. And I'm gonna add a little bit of a beef bouillon. This here. Not much. Probably that much. Now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna let this go. We're gonna let this come up to a little boil. I'm gonna throw a lid on it. I'm gonna simmer this for 30 minutes. When 30 minutes is done, we'll be back. We're gonna make our first spice dump into this here. We're gonna be doing 3 dumps into it. We'll be hitting it up with our first. We'll be back. All right, we're back. It's been 30 minutes. I've been stirring right along here once in a while. And now We're gonna add our first dump. We're gonna add a packet of Goya. And then we got one jalapeno out of my garden, 2 tablespoons of chili powder, that Goya that you see in there, tablespoon of onion powder, tablespoon of minced onion, that dried onion right there. I got some garlic powder, another tablespoon. I got 3 cloves of garlic minced up there. I got a tablespoon of cumin, all into the pot. When you're doing dumps, you're gonna layer the flavor. It's just gonna suck it in. We add another layer of flavor in the second dump. Right now is where you wanna see if you need to add a little bit of liquid. We're gonna add some liquid. You can either add water or some more beef broth. I'm gonna add a little bit more beef broth here. You can see the color will start getting darker now. See how it's getting darker now? As our spices layer in. I'm also gonna add a little bit of Sucker Busters Texas gunpowder. This is a jalapeno powder. Just gonna give a little whack of that. That does add quite the flavor right there. We'll add some beef broth in here, top this off. Right there, we're at 4 cups total of beef broth. I'll stir this around a little. And I'm gonna lid this back up. As soon as it comes to a simmer, I'm gonna let it go for 20 more minutes. And then after those 20 minutes, I'm just gonna kill the heat and I'm gonna push this back. It's gonna sit at room temperature pretty much for another hour. Just sitting there covered. And then we'll bring it back again, start heating it up, and we'll hit with our second dump. We'll be back.
Freeze!
Almost forgot to add half a can of tomato sauce. This is only a 8-ounce can, we're going 4 ounces. All right, we're back. It's been an hour resting. And here's what we get. I'm gonna get this heat back on here. We're gonna go into dump number 2. See, it's all nice and broken down. Dump 2, 2 tablespoons chili powder, 1 tablespoon of cumin, 1 tablespoon of my Cajun rub that I did with the Cajun shrimp boil on a rotisserie, half a tablespoon of onion powder, half a tablespoon of garlic powder. All in. Gonna give this a stir. I'm gonna get this up to a simmer, and I'm gonna let it go for 20 minutes. And after 20 minutes, I'll bring it back. We're gonna hit it up with dump number 3. All right, we're back. We're on to dump 3. Dump 3, 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of cumin, half a tablespoon of garlic powder, half a tablespoon of onion powder. We're gonna go with half a can of that diced tomato that I smashed up. The rest of that can of sauce. Going with some chicken bouillon, maybe a teaspoon. And I'm gonna go with another tablespoon of Litos. So just Stir this all around here. I'm gonna let this continue to cook down. If it's too thin for you, you can add a little water now, beef broth. Too thick, just cook it down. I'll go for a little while here. Hit up a little taste, adjust if I need to add a little bit more jalapeno powder. If it's too spicy for you, you can add a little pinch of brown sugar into it. All right, next time we'll be back, we'll be plating this up. We'll be back. All right, we're back. We're bowled up. Let's get some toppings on this bad boy. I hit a little bit of jalapeno jack that I shred up. Get a little bit of cheddar on it too. Hit that up with a little bit of onions. A little whack of sour cream there. Come over the top with a little bit of green onion. And there you go. That's my Texas style chili. Let me drop you down off this tripod. All right, let's get a little drive-by here. That is looking good. Let's give it a quick taste. I know it's gonna be good. That right there is money. That meat is fall apart tender. Definitely will make this again. Maybe change it up a little, try something different next time. Chilies don't have to be the same every time. Oh, thanks for watching.